Alright, so this morning I was just scrolling on Discord for the first time in years. I saw this message right here. And the reason why it's a big deal is because in this particular knighthood, I have been the highest box CC member in the guild. So seeing that I'm now the second place and this completely new guy came up, I decided, well, time to take the game more serious. And while I was thinking about it, I wondered, wait, this could be a good video idea. So in this video, we're going to be showing you how you can out CC this guy in particular, while also being as quick as possible, because while I was looking for more little extra ways to increase box CC from other videos so that way I can incorporate them into this one, I noticed that most relevant box CC videos are really long, so our goal is to have you guys out CC this guy, while at the same time making this video not take up too much of your time. So let's get started. Also, for the record, I have already out CC'd them, I just haven't updated my box CC yet. Anyways, as you guys already know, your main goal is to have every single unit you are at first. Oh, well, don't look at that. As well as having full awakening tokens, but how exactly do you get those? One of the best ways that you can slowly but surely get more and more awakening tokens is by going into the deathmatch, and every single time you complete a demon, you're given like a 20% discount whenever you're buying things from the shop. And the main thing that you would want to buy is these chalices right here, which you then go to Merlin with, and then exchange those for some more materials, and when you have enough points for this, you're able to get a star, right? Pretty simple. And the reason why you want to do a demon again is because it gives you that 20% discount, so you're not wasting a lot of gold. And on top of that, you can go over to donation and donate about 30,000 gold, and it should give you right here another extra 20%, so it'll be 40% off. So hopefully you won't be spending as much gold for those of you that are new and can't afford to really grind gold yet, or OG players that just don't have a lot of gold and don't really care to farm it like me. But yeah, slowly but surely you should be able to get about a awakening token every 2 days. Point is, it's totally possible, it's gonna take time. Now let's talk about SSR Pendants. Now, obviously the best way to get SSR Pendants is by just completing the event dungeon and then using these keys, and then slowly but surely, you're guaranteed at least one SSR Pendant after a couple tries. All of that depends on luck, but there is a surefire way to get at least enough to get about 7 SSR Pendants every week. And yes, you will already know by now if you're an OG player, but it's Knighthood Boss. Now, it is a bit more difficult for newer players to get the hell difficulty SSR Pendants, especially since one of them you get 3 for like 8,500 points, which is even hard for me. But it should definitely be possible to get at least 3 SSR Pendants every week, and the highest you have to score is 3,000 within these 3 difficulties. Not only that, but doing so will give you some points at the end of a knighthood campaign, like so. I just hadn't claimed mine. And it gives you an extra SSR pendant along with these tokens, which you then go into the shop and then you're able to buy 3 more. Huh? Oh, don't mind me, I'm just getting more gold real quick. Now, another way to get more SSR pendants is by going to the memory, I'm not even going to try to say it, and completing the memory of the earth stages, because each one gives you a chance at an SSR pendant. While I'm here, I'm just going to complete them real quick, see if we get lucky. This is also a good way to get books, which is what you're going to use in order to get your characters to UR in the first place. And then you use the points that you're given for completing the stages and just putting them into the SSR pendants. And just like that, I went from 18 to 25, not bad. And this is pretty much a weekly thing. Now, on the off chance that you've already accumulated a good amount of SSR pendants along with awakening tokens, you're gonna find yourself being really low on demon materials or super awakening tokens. So now let's go over how to get those. Now, going back to the knighthood boss battle, achieving the max possible points, which is 6,000, you're able to get 3 super awakening tokens, and upon getting 8,000 points for the hell difficulty one, you're able to get an extra 3. So every week you should be getting about 6. And yeah, you can always go to the shop, and instead of buying SSR pendants, you can just buy these instead. It really does depend on which one you need more. And by completing the memory of the the Earth stages, you can also use the points to get Super Awakening tokens. In this one, you can get up to 7. Boy, I better not catch you using those PvP coins. Seriously, they're a bad deal. Now, the only way you're gonna get anything above double digits in terms of Super Awakening tokens is by using your time keys and completing this stage right here, Clock Tower of Eternity, which gives you exclusively Super Awakening tokens. Now, it varies how many you get. One of the most popular things that I've noticed people do is that they reset whenever they don't get a gold one, or they reset until they get at least a silver one, so that way they're at least getting like about 2. Alright, onto demon mats. And once again, we're going back to Knighthood boss. I'm kidding. The best way to get demon mats is just by doing team deathmatch bosses. And I know what you're saying. There's only so many I can grind in a day, right? Well, not really. One thing you can do is go into a real-time event quest. Let's just say I want to do this one, and now I'll just cut to whenever I get a match. Once you get an invite, just wait for the timer to almost run out, and you gotta time it. Usually whenever you see the deathmatch cancelled notification, that usually means that you did it right. Boom. And as you can see, it still lets me use my 3 out of 3 for joining real-time matches. You can use this method in order to infinitely, well, sort of infinitely farm as many demon materials as you want without worrying about the cap. Only downside is that it does take a while to get into a match, and it may take a lot longer than you think, but hey, it's better than waiting till the next day, right? And once again, if you have access to a knighthood, you can buy these drinks that give you a lot more demon mats for each respective demon. So you're starting to gain the required mats in order to level up these units, but what happens then? Well, the biggest step you can take into improving your box CC is by giving every single one of the units gear. For example, here you can see that I have this Magilda here. She doesn't have any gear. Peep how much box CC I have. And now take a look at the box CC after giving her gear. Doing that for every unit will increase your box CC by a lot in the long run. The main way you can get gear is by slowly but surely farming it via these stages right here. Or while you have your 40% discount, you can go onto the shop, and there should be a gear shop too, where you can get equipment. You can choose to slowly buy equipment that way, since it is really RNG heavy on whether or not you actually get SSR equipment. Of course, you don't have to get SSR equipment for each and every unit. As you can see, I'm still slowly working to that. And keep in mind, the reason why most of the gear sets are HP defense is because HP and defense are the highest values that you can get, which means more CC. So you want to prioritize building those type of sets for units that you'll basically never use. And you want to focus on upgrading the 2 bottom pieces because it gives you even more HP, which means even more CC. Hence why I'm using R-rated gear, not using very expensive materials. And at the same time, in order to change your substats, instead of having to use anvils, you can just use gold. You can farm gold pretty easily, unlike anvils. So R gear is going to be the first best step that you can take into increasing your box CC, and then slowly but surely change it out for SSR gear. Of course, doing gear related stuff is always going to take a long time, but luckily for us, we have a current event that's going on. If we hop over to the Royal Jump box, you're able to get these little chests that gives you, wrong one. You have these boxes here that basically gives you a whole set of SR gear with maxed out rolls. So it'll dramatically increase your CC. Now, as for getting enhanced stones or any of the higher rarity stones, the best way to do this is just by going to Diane and salvaging the gear. And then with that, you'll be able to get these. Right now, the event is increasing how much you can get with the super or ultra success. So as you can see here, I got a lot more than I should have. And the best way to get a lot more of the higher rarity enhanced stones is by upgrading your SSR pieces to just enhancement level 5. You don't have to awaken it. Put in enough of those on the Diane salvage, and getting an ultra success just basically gives you so much more higher level enhanced stones. And then you can use those enhanced stones to upgrade your SSR gear. Oh yeah, I forgot. Evolve for books, enhance for enhanced potions. There we go. Phew. All this talk about enhancing and leveling up and becoming so much better is making me want to try my luck. Yeah, I just happened to get the last tickets that I needed in order to do a multi, and we're going to be summoning to end off the video. Okay, Meliodas just got smacked the fuck up. It is not looking good, but I did see Hog in the beginning. Oh my goodness, this is not good. This is not good in the slightest. Okay. Is it at least an SSR? Please? No!